Smart Chiropractor Show, March 15th, 2022. I can't believe it's March 15th, the Ides of March, I guess, as they say, if I'm not mistaken. And we are going to highlight one of our Smart Chiropractor members. We just got done talking about our Research That Matters segment, which discussed our monthly campaign, which is Sports Chiropractic. And this week we are looking into professional sports and how that plays a big role. However, one of our docs out there, Dr. James Chapman of Dynamic Chiropractic and Rehab, is doing something very, very interesting. And we wanted to point out our members that are doing awesome stuff. I'm going to share my screen right here. We'll head into LinkedIn, and you can see James's feed right here, his activity. And look what we have here. In his activity feed, he is posting to LinkedIn links to the blog posts that we provide for him each week. You can see the beautiful graphics we're supplying. Be Like Mike, How to Reach Your Full Potential. We just discussed that. This is timely. It happened today. You can see he's got the hashtags there. He's got some likes. This is a fantastic way to get more SEO juice. If you geek out on the nuance of marketing, on the nuts and bolts of marketing, taking our blogs, which feature meta descriptions, keywords, and have been optimized, and getting them across all your channels is a very powerful way to get more traffic to your website. I'll scroll down here as I discuss this and showcase how consistent, notice that word, consistent, Dr. Chapman is. James is doing a fantastic job getting out there each and every week. You can see engagement on these posts as well. People in his community commenting, James doing a great job by answering, not letting it go, kind of tone deaf on the one side there, but ensuring that he follows up when you see the comment. And I love this because it's a creative way to boost the traffic to your website. It's a creative way to get more, benefit out of the SEO laden blogs that he's getting supplied to him by our team with the Smart Chiropractor. And it's a great way to teach and invite. There are probably people in his community that he is connected with and or follow him on LinkedIn that might not be on some of the other platforms. And LinkedIn is a great place. It's like almost optimized, I want to say, to share this type of educational content. And you can still get pretty darn good reach when you link off-site, such as he is doing, back to his website. James doing a great job. What are your thoughts on James using LinkedIn as one of those promotional tools, one of those platforms that can drive traffic? And what would you say to docs out there that maybe are sub-optimized in how they're using the Smart Chiropractor currently?
This really is, first of all, great job, Dr. James Chapman. Bravo to you. Jeff always says results follow action. You're taking action. It couldn't be easier. We're supplying for you the words you need to use. You just need to put it in the different places you want it to be. And to that point, I want to make sure people understand how they should be thinking about marketing today. And I'll say specifically content marketing today, but content marketing really is the way you market in today's world, not exclusively, but I'm making the distinction between content marketing and direct response advertising. And direct response advertising, in a previous segment, we talked about the Infinite Game book by Simon Sinek. And the metaphor is that in finite thinking, you have a specific measurable goal over a period of time. You spend a certain amount of dollars for a certain campaign over a certain amount of time. You measure the results and you determine your future actions based on those results. Did it work? Didn't it work? Did it get the ROI you were looking for in the time frame you were looking for it? Not that there's anything wrong with that. However, in the infinite game, in the long term, you'll understand that in order to attract, Jeff has mentioned this over and over again, your ideal new client. Now, think about that for just a moment. Many chiropractors do what they need to do, say what they need to say in order to get more new patients. And more often than not, if you look at the advertising you're putting out, and this isn't a blanket indictment on everybody, but audit your own advertisements you're putting out there. Do those ads accurately reflect your best message? Is somebody who sees those ads, reads those ads, watches those ads, Are they going to get an accurate understanding of who you really are and what you really offer? Or are you saying something, maybe even compromising your messaging in order to get the immediate gratification of someone in your practice based on what they think they need and what they think you do, in hopes of them actually eventually wanting what you really offer and do? I think that should make sense to most of you, right? Are you saying something different than what it is you really offer? Some of you are not. If that's your practice and your ads reflect what you authentically do, no problem. That's awesome. But for those of you that really offer more lifestyle care, lifetime care, holistic care, care that isn't just limited to the temporary relief of symptoms, but includes a lot more, then your marketing and communication should actually be more aligned with what you're probably teaching. And what you're probably teaching is that a healthy life is based on a healthy lifestyle. And a healthy lifestyle is something that is different for all of us. The one thing that's common and consistent in having a healthy lifestyle is that you're doing positive things consistently. That's about the only thing that really applies to all of us. Some of you are going to be focused more on nutrition. Some of you are going to be more focused on exercise. Some of you on sleep. Some of you on staying well adjusted. Some of you on mindset and spirituality. Some of you on flexibility and resilience, whatever it may be. There's no one recipe to have a healthy lifestyle, and there's no one recipe to teach and invite consistently the type of messaging that's going to attract your ideal client to your specific practice. And I'll close up by mentioning this one obvious but uncommon common sense approach. And that's this. We've all been taught, I don't care what school you went to, that the key to building your practice is to educate people about what chiropractic is. And you all have your own ways of explaining what chiropractic is, and it's not often that it's the same. And my point in saying that is, if your focus, your belief, your misinformation is the word, I guess, today, that you should be teaching about chiropractic, my question is, if I lined up 10 chiropractors on the wall, and you as a chiropractor, if I invited you, if I asked you, you see those 10 chiropractors standing there against the wall? Can you tell me, they're all chiropractors. Can you tell me what each and every one of them do in their practice? Can you tell me the type of client they want to see? Can you tell me if they adjust or don't adjust? Can you tell me if they make short-term care plan recommendations or long-term care plan recommendations? Can you tell me if they take insurance or don't take insurance? Can you tell me their philosophy of health and healing, whether they make lifestyle recommendations or they're just focused on correcting the cause through subluxation, or not even focus on subluxation, just focus on symptomatic relief with whatever technology of the day has the most research and or has the prettiest salespeople that have sold you what they do? And the answer is, just teaching about people about chiropractic is like teaching people about restaurants. Go to a restaurant. Well, what kind of restaurant? Are you looking for a high end or low end, fast food or fine dining, organic or doesn't matter? We speak so broadly and so generically by just simply focusing on the message of chiropractic that we confuse people because they don't know who to choose. And that's affecting you and your practice, because if they're just thinking chiropractic, why wouldn't they go to the closest, cheapest option that says chiropractor? Most people don't drive cross town in order to get gas. They find the closest, cheapest option. It's a commodity. And unless and until you start specializing and differentiating, not about chiropractic as a profession, but you as a chiropractor and who you most want to work with, who you specialize in helping, what conditions or what category of people that you most effectively love to work with and love working with you, until you go that next level, you will find yourself trapped in the cycle of always needing new patients And the simple reason is because you're attracting deal shoppers or generic people looking for what they think chiropractic is, which is probably not necessarily the same thing as what it is you uniquely and specifically do. So your goal should be to figure out yes, you can help anybody with a spine, but who do you most love to speak with? Who do you most love to help? And how do you get your message? How do you teach and invite that audience consistently? And you'll find you don't need as many new patients. The ones who come to you want what you offer and want to stick around for the long term. So a little bit longer winded, but I want to get these ideas out and make sure that people understand, that chiropractors understand this messy conversation we've all been having, thinking that marketing is advertising. You can just outsource it and pay someone to just send people in, and that it's all about the data, the numbers, the ROI. And if you spent a little and made a lot in the short term, it must work. But the question is, at what long-term expense and what long-term consequences? And if you're like us and you're a little bit frustrated that after all these decades, the general population, politicians and the media especially, has little to no real appreciation for what we collectively do as a profession, let alone what you do in your practice, maybe it's time for us to up our game and be more specific with how each of us is unique and different, teach people about their power, and teach people about how what you uniquely do can help those unique people get and reach the goals they want to specifically reach.
That is 100% true. It is about benefits more than features would be another way to say that. Jason, you did a great job describing those differences, which is what matters. And I also want to give a final shout out to Dr. James Chapman. Part of getting that message out there to who your ideal patients are by helping differentiate who you are is to get your messaging out. And getting your messaging out consistently is a key part of that. That is what we help with the Smart Chiropractor. Dr. James Chapman of Dynamic Chiropractic and Rehab. Fantastic job utilizing the tools available to you, and might I add, the free tools, posting on LinkedIn, grabbing that traffic, showcasing who you are, what you do as a doc in your community. Well done. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.